What's good, guys? Excuse me. Welcome to my podcast, Snakz Thoughts. Welcome to my podcast, Snakz Thoughts. Yeah. Tell me something. Why do people change, or do they just reveal who they always were? Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at someone and thought, you changed? But then later you start wondering, did they really change? Or did they just finally show who they always were? That is the question. Yeah. People say you changed all the time. Change, is it for the better? Is it for the worse? But what if pressure reveals people? Success reveals people? Comfort reveals people? Maybe situations don't change people, they expose them. What's a good example? Some good examples are when people are poor or broke, and then all of a sudden they come up on a lick, or they come up on some money. Y'all know about those, and all of a sudden it seems like they change or they do a 180. Or some people, they can get a little bit snootified. Yeah, that's right. It's snooty. Snootified. They get all uppity. And they forget where they come from, But there's an old saying that goes, be careful who you step on. Because the same people that you meet on your way up will be the same that you will meet on your way going down. Pressure reveals people. And I got a good example for you. You're going to find out who your true friends are when you hit rock bottom. If you was rolling and you was balling and you was doing good, and all of a sudden you hit rock bottom, that's when you're going to find out who your true friends are. And also you'll find out what you're made of. Pressure reveals who people are. Comfort reveals people. Comfort is the enemy of growth. When people get comfortable around you or someone or in a situation, they begin to show who they really are. They take the mask off. And a lot of this happens in relationships, between couples, married or either, I guess you could say when you've been with somebody, dating somebody for a while. But marriage, or living with somebody is the perfect scenario. Years ago, my last fiance, man, it's like, I guess I didn't know her like I really thought I did until I decided to move in with her. And once we moved in together and we started living together, I found out things about her that I didn't like. And it's not that I just didn't like it, but it was things from her that I didn't expect. It was like, wait a minute. I thought this person was, like this. But once I moved in with her, it was like Jekyll and Hyde turned into a totally different person. And I saw a side of her that I never saw. And any couple is going to have their share of problems, or challenges. And so I found that we began to butt heads on certain things, and I really saw this person that I thought that was so sweet, and so pleasant. I really saw the dark side, a certain personality or characteristics, that she had, and I saw just how mean she could be and how far she was willing to go, when we got into it. Yeah, so comfort reveals people, You don't necessarily know people like you think you are until you marry them or until you start living with them. And I would definitely say marriage, because marriage is the deepest. Now, environment versus identity. Different environments, different versions of the same people. Work version versus the private version. We all do, who we are, at work with our boss and with our colleagues is something totally different than what we are in our private lives. And that's real talk, And I tell you what, that's one reason why, like at work parties or at functions, you got to be careful of what you do and who you hang around. Because I'm telling you, the same colleagues who you work with, when people get drunk, you get to find out who they really are. Certain things slipping out their mouth, or the mask comes off. Or if you go to, say, if you have like, what do you call it again? Business trips. When you have business trips and the colleagues are away from home, from their spouses, they get liquored up and they partying. You got to watch, what you do, because I'm telling you, people will show a different version of themselves and that mask will slip. Relationship version versus the single version. Yeah. Oh yeah. Two different sides of the same coin. Two different sides. I mean, like I said, you think that you know somebody until you get in a relationship with them, and things, perspective and perception changes, how you see that person, and so which one is the real you? Yeah, come on with it. We all got it. The mask, baby. Time reveals patterns. Over time, people stop pretending. They got to show who they are sooner or later, Nobody can wear a facade, or be a pretender forever. Eventually, you got to show who you really are. Energy to maintain an image fades. You can't keep up a facade forever. Sooner or later, the real you has got to come out. Eventually, people default to who they really are. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Now, I would say self-reflection. The real question becomes, have I changed? Or am I just revealing more of myself over time? And that right there is for each and every one of us to do an internal search. Self-reflect. Have that internal dialogue, internal accounting, to really search ourselves, and really see who we are, who we have become, and what are we morphing into. Now, the question that I have to ask, you got to keep it real. You got to keep it real. And this is something to ponder and for us all to think about, because who we are, in one, I guess you can say in one area of our lives is totally different than we are, by ourselves. Who are you? Is the question, because if that's true, then everything we're seeing in people, including ourselves, was already there. Something to think about, guys. Something to think about. And this is something, as I close out, if you think like this, the next conversation is right here on Snakz Thoughts, guys. Yeah. Do people really change or just reveal themselves? Have you changed over the years? What situation revealed someone's true character to you? Are you the same person you were 5 years ago? And I'm going to leave it at that, guys. And the name of this podcast is Snakz Thoughts. That's SNAKZTHOUGHTS. Snakz Thoughts, guys. And you can find this podcast on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Radio PBM, SoundCloud, and a host of other social media outlets, guys. But this is some food for thought. Also, I have a YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube, EricBroadus YouTube, Eric Broadus YouTube, ericbroadusyouTube.com. So go over there, smash the bell to become a subscriber, turn on all notifications, hit the like or unlike button for the content. Either way, leave a comment. Love to dialogue with you on the Snakz Thoughts podcast. Leave a comment. Join me. Subscribe to Snakz Thoughts, guys. Leave a comment. Love to hear your thoughts, what you think. And also, I have my Snakz123 on Rumble. So go over there, subscribe to my Rumble channel. Either way, hit the like or unlike button. Leave a comment. Love to dialogue with you over there too, guys. And lastly, I have the 5 best weight loss products, for nutrition, health, and also to lean out, cut body fat, lose the weight, guys. Whatever. Your health is your wealth. Next to God, the next best thing you have is your health, so take care of it. But yeah, guys, some food for thought. Yeah. Food for thought, guys. Think about it. Who are you? And who are the people that are around you? Yeah. Did they change? Or did they just reveal who they always were? I'll leave it at that, guys. Peace out. Catch you on the next one later.